Alright, folks. This is Peter. Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Cane Pole on the Road. Or On the Road with Beyond the Cane Pole, I think is what I was going to call it. At any rate, wife and I are headed out to the funeral of our visitation before the funeral of my sister-in-law. It was not unexpected. She had brain cancer, and we knew about it, and there was nothing they could do, the doctors could do or anything. But there was, a little bit of short notice between her being as okay as she was and when she passed. My wife got a phone call, and Edisto, where they are, is like 2 hours from the house, and she didn't make it halfway there. I mean, she wasn't even halfway when she got the phone call that she passed. And of course, y'all may or may not know, I had a buddy pass, what was it, March or April? February. Okay. Well, see, I'm a little off there. That whole thing messed me up. The man was like my brother. And I mean that in a literal sense. It's not like, we were bikers or, anything like that. He was my brother. I felt like he was my brother. He was the one person in the world outside of real family that I could rely on. I could call him to do anything. I could ask him for any help at all. And the beauty of it is I didn't have to ask him for help. If he saw something going on, or he saw we needed something, he'd show up and help out. I was the same way for a few years, and it had to do with the woman he was married to. He wasn't able to have firearms in the house. They had since divorced. Well, all he had was a pellet gun to protect himself and his little dogs, which are the ones that we that we inherited from any critter or anything. So it was Christmas time. I was thinking, what can I get him? And I noticed there was a sale on semi-automatic 22 Savage. It's not the best thing in the world, but it was a $100 gun. So I actually drove, and I had to drive to 2 stores before I caught one. And I got him one and gave it to him for Christmas. He was just so happy and excited. But at any rate, all this is just to tell you folks and remind you folks that, if there's somebody you haven't seen or talked to in a while, family, friend, somebody you're decently close to. I'm not talking about, your acquaintances. I'm talking about people that, maybe you've gotten a little bit distanced from, that you should be a little closer to. Give them a call, say hi. Let them know you love them. Let them know you care about them. Just don't be too much of a stranger. Don't be too aloof, and just let them know you care about them and you're thinking about them. By the same token, take them out for a cup of coffee. Go out for a cheap lunch. It doesn't have to be anything special. They would appreciate that. I know I would. Although anybody I'm that close to, I try to do that anyway. One other thing, and I want to address this in the same line. Facebook reminds everybody that it's so-and-so's birthday. And I'd say this every year for my birthday, and there are people who don't quite follow suit, but there are people that do. It reminds you that it is somebody's birthday, so you're supposed to say happy birthday on Facebook. Well, what I try and get people to do is, is she gonna make it out of that? Sorry, I saw our mail carrier coming out and she missed somebody's driveway and looked like she was in the ditch, but she got it. I was fixing to really quick go help her. All right, anyway, the reminder of a birthday. If you can't remember somebody's birthday without Facebook telling you, you probably don't know them as well as you think you do, or as well as you should. It is a quote-unquote social obligation made up by Facebook. I don't want people telling me happy birthday because it's a social obligation. What I ask people to do is, if you haven't talked to somebody, you haven't seen somebody, even if it's me, don't give them a happy birthday on Facebook. Take them out for a cup of coffee. Give them a phone call. Let them know that you actually appreciate them, you're thinking of them, and whatnot. And if you don't know them that well, what's the point? If they're an acquaintance, then saying happy birthday is like, saying good morning. We always say good morning. Nobody really, and everybody always answers, yeah, good morning to you or whatever. Or if you ask somebody how you doing, they always say fine. Nobody ever really wants to know how somebody, stranger is doing. But that's just, that's just being polite. Well, I think Facebook has contrived a lot of this that we just don't need to do. All right, anyway, that's just my opinion. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. I'm going to head on out to this funeral and deal with all that. You'll probably be seeing this video a couple weeks afterwards. I've kind of stacked up a couple videos like this that I need to get published. And I won't have time to edit. Thanks for watching.